Imagine your spouse or child is incarcerated. The world outside keeps spinning, but suddenly, trying to get a simple bank form or a power of attorney signed becomes this massive, expensive logistical nightmare. I mean, how do you even get a notary behind bars?
Right.
Well, you might not actually have to. Welcome to this deep dive. Today, we are demystifying the surprisingly complex world of jail and prison notary services in Texas.
Yeah, and if you've ever had a loved one inside, you know exactly how stressful this is to navigate. Our goal today isn't to sell a service, but, well, it's to explain the specific rules of this system.
Exactly.
Because the most crucial thing you can learn today is how to avoid paying for a notary you might not actually need.
Okay, let's unpack this, because if families are panicking about getting a notary, the most shocking thing I found was that a Houston area process serving company, LocateServe, is actively turning some of these families away.
Wow, really?
Yeah, they are literally telling them to keep their money.
And, that honesty comes down to an obscure rule in the books. It's Texas Civil Practice and Remedies Code 132.001 to be exact.
Wait, 132.001.
Right, yeah. Under that specific rule, an inmate in a Texas Department of Criminal Justice facility, or even just a county jail, can frequently use what's called an unsworn declaration.
Oh, okay.
So they use that instead of a traditional notarized affidavit.
I mean, looking at this rule, it seems almost too easy. If there's no notary physically in the room verifying their ID, how does the state know they aren't just forging a signature to get out of a debt or something?
Well, it works because an unsworn declaration is signed under penalty of perjury.
Ah, I see.
Right, so that carries immense legal weight. By signing it, the inmate is legally binding themselves to the truth of the document, just as if they had sworn an oath. For most statutory requirements in Texas, that completely replaces a notarized document.
That's huge.
Yeah, and most importantly, it is entirely free.
So it's essentially a legal fast pass, letting you bypass the red tape and fees of the notary line entirely. But if this unsworn declaration is such a great workaround, why do jail notary visits still happen? I mean, what's the catch?
The catch is that it just isn't universally accepted. There are strict exceptions where the free form fails. For instance, if you are filing real estate documents with a county clerk, you absolutely need a physical notary seal.
Why property transfer specifically?
Because property laws are incredibly old, and they're built on a strict historical chain of title to prevent land fraud. So a county clerk's recording system physically requires that ink stamp to accept the deed.
Oh, that makes sense.
The same logic applies to out-of-state forms. If a bank in New York or an out-of-state court demands a physical seal,
Texas's unsworn declaration won't cut it.
exactly, it won't cut it. You also need a real notary for oaths of office, or, if an attorney explicitly demands notarization for their case strategy.
So when you do fall into one of those exceptions, I just have to marvel at the logistics. You are sending a civilian into a highly secured correctional facility. This isn't a quick coffee shop signing.
Oh, definitely not. It is an incredibly orchestrated process. For a standard fee, which LocateServe lists at $125, the notary handles a lot of invisible work.
Like what?
Well, that fee covers the facility's security check-in, the required escort time deep into the jail, and up to 30 minutes of waiting and signing time.
And the facility must dictate everything, right? The notary can't just demand to see the inmate.
Precisely. The facility completely controls access and visitation hours.
Right.
The notary has to coordinate around specific lockdowns and security rules.
Yeah.
And once they finally get in the room, the notary isn't there to play lawyer. Their sole job is identity verification and execution.
So they just check a valid government-issued photo ID.
Yes, and they ensure the names on the document match the ID perfectly and complete the notarial certificate.
So they can't tell you which form to file.
No legal advice whatsoever. And here is a huge mistake people make. A notary absolutely cannot notarize a document that was signed before they arrive.
Wait, really? You can't just slide them a pre-signed piece of paper and say, stamp this?
No, they have to physically witness the pen hit the paper in that visitation room.
Wow.
Yeah. Consider how much friction the legal system creates for the incarcerated and how vital it is for citizens to understand obscure statutes so they aren't paying for legal access they already have for free.
Need this handled today? Call LocateServe 832-562-3671 or find us at locateserve.com.